Back to school season isn't just about backpacks and pencils. It's also a good time for a vision check.
Yeah, undetected eye issues can impact learning and lead to lifelong problems. Dr. Ken Nischal is here to help us focus on better vision. So I didn't even realize it. I took my one-year-old, Aviv, to the doctor last week, and they did a vision test at 1 already. I didn't know what was happening. They turned the lights off. They brought this box into the room. He looked at it for a split second. They're like, yep, looks good. So you got to start vision tests early.
You do. So the American Academy of Pediatrics, wants children tested when they're born with a light reflex to make sure that light's getting into both eyes. But then we've got a very good system here in Pittsburgh. All the pediatricians have some sort of autorefractor. So this is a machine that sends a light into the child's eye. The light comes back.
That's what they did.
That's it. And it tells you if the child has a significant refractive error. And the reason why that's important is when you're born, you don't know what you're supposed to see. The brain learns to see in the first 8 years of life. And the younger you are, the more critical it is that you correct that. Let me give you an example. If you have a refractive error that's uncorrected, and you get to the age of 8.
What's a refractive error?
Needing glasses.
Yeah.
Like, long-sighted, nearsighted. Astigmatism is when the shape of your eye, instead of being like a soccer ball, is like an American football, so everything gets skewed.
Yeah.
If you don't correct that by the time you're 8, it doesn't matter what you do after that, you cannot improve the vision because the brain has been taking on all that information in the first 8 years of life. So it's crucial that you get early vision screening.
And it's not just that. There are other things, and you brought a couple things with you here. We know color blindness can be a thing. When do they start testing for this?
So it depends. Most children around the age of 3 or 4, we advise that you go and see an eye care specialist, whether it's an optometrist or an ophthalmologist. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is to get the child assessed. Remember, red-green color blindness is common in boys. It's the commonest color blindness in children, but in boys because it's inherited through the mother. The mother won't be colorblind, but the boy will.
Can you show us?
Sure.
And this is you just show them this, and if they're not able to find the numbers?
So what we do is, I'm going to show you what we call the base plate.
Yeah.
And just tell me what number that is.
12.
It's 12.
That's it. And then we just show them all these other numbers.
Okay.
What's that one?
8. 29.
You're doing very well.
Good.
5 and 3.
Exactly. So we have like 11 plates. And if you are red-green colorblind, depending on how severe it is, you'll either see none of them or you'll keep getting the numbers mixed up.
Oh, I
so
see.
instead of seeing a 5, you might see a 6. Wow. And that then tells you that they're red-green deficient. Now, you wouldn't know it because while they may not see a red like you and I see it, they see a color or a shade that is different to a green.
Wow, that's fascinating.
So there are people, thankfully that's good because when you come to red-green stops at traffic lights, it's important to be able to tell the difference.
Yes. And you also have this other, what is this red box here?
So this is called Cardiff Acuity cards. Basically, these are for pre-verbal or non-verbal children. So we have children with special needs who may not be able to communicate. So you stand at a certain distance, let's say about a meter, and what you'll see here is all I need is for the child to look up or down. I don't need them to tell me.
I see, just to see if their eyes are focusing on that
that object. And then what happens is, as it gets thinner, then you can tell.
Settler fish over
Exactly
here.
Right. So sometimes to make sure the child isn't cheating, I'll do that. And then you switched over here, and you can tell. And we have 3 sets for each child.
And let me just show this so that our camera can see. You can see it's just a little tiny, fine line.
Exactly. And then the better the vision, the more fine it becomes. So you get to that.
Oh, I can barely see that.
Right?
Yes.
The house?
It's a house, that's right.
Wow.
Can you turn it towards the camera? Yeah. You can barely see it on there.
So this is called a vanishing...
Get close to the TV screen, folks.
And so at the distance, like if you're at 50 centimeters, it tells you the child's seeing 20/30, which is... So it's a really good way of being able to assess what a nonverbal or pre-verbal child is seeing.
I know we don't have a whole lot of time left, but I do want to ask you quickly, because I think a lot of people are worried about the amount of screen time and that affecting vision. Are you seeing more vision problems in children because of screen time?
Yes, yes. So I think it's more that it affects their behavior rather than just the screen time. Whenever you do any near work, the chances of you becoming more nearsighted goes up. But with screens, they're so addictive, kids don't play outside anymore like they used to. And we know that being outside is protective, to large refractive errors, like being more nearsighted. So We do, and we also are seeing dry eye syndrome in children.
Because they're
Wow.
keeping their eyes open,
They're not
staring.
blinking. They're not blinking.
not.
No.
And so they get blinking, and we have had lots of children come in with excessive blinking disorder, and it's to do with dry eyes.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you
Good to
so
know.
much.
Thank you.
Well, to learn more about UPMC's children ophthalmology, head to our website. We're going to link you up there.